There you go.
Hey, how you doing?
What's up, young blood?
I'm chilling, bro. You good?
I'm good, good. How was opening day on Friday? I know you went to go see the guys and you spoke so glowingly about me.
Yeah. You know you're my people, dog. But I gotta bring you down to earth sometime. I gotta bring you down to earth
Bring it down to
sometimes.
earth.
You know
But
what I'm
how was
saying?
it being over there with the guys, man? Opening day, was it exciting over there? People were jacked up?
Yeah, man. I listen. You know, opening day is a little different. You know, a lot of people wait for opening day. Other people act like they care on the one day and then they don't care the rest of the year.
Right.
But in general, everybody's excited about baseball. I don't think that's a bad thing. Our Rays didn't start off bad. But I hung out at Riveters with Pat. Aaron was out. And listen, I'm still good with most people there at 6:20. Although
For
I'm
sure.
not sure if I'm not sure everybody's good with me, but you know how that goes.
Oh, they are. Come on, buddy.
No,
They
they're
are.
not.
Eh,
They're not.
yeah, they are.
Not
Oh, they're
all of
not.
them.
Okay.
Not all of them.
Uh, not all. And that's just the way it goes, man. If you're not making enemies, it's just the way it goes
Yeah,
sometimes.
when you have a cute face like this, people hate you just because you're cute.
Yeah, that's one thing. That's one thing. Aaron, your guy Aaron Glenn is
Yeah.
putting the full support behind Justin Fields with the Jets. That surprised you at all? Because I mean, this is a guy that couldn't even beat out Russell Wilson in Pittsburgh last year. I just mentioned I feel like it's similar to like a Baker Mayfield situation where, hey, you were a first round pick, you've been to a couple different places. Come here for a year, man. We'll support you. You won't have to look over your shoulder. We're going to give you the reins. Let's see if you can do your thing. I feel like Aaron Glenn is kind of taking the steps that Todd Bowles and Jason Light took with Baker and the Bucks. What do you think?
I think it's similar.
Mm-hmm.
It started off similar. It doesn't mean it's going to end up similar.
Right, right.
You know how many times somebody takes a chance. Like, listen, the Bucks took a chance on Baker Mayfield. Okay, he's overachieved to the eighth power. He was not this before. We watched him.
No, no.
Okay, he's turned into a really good quarterback in the NFL. We could not have said that in Cleveland. He had spurts, but as a whole, he wasn't a great quarterback. Listen, he was out on the streets. Justin Fields has had times where he looked like an NFL quarterback, but Aaron Glenn understands. Well, first of all, who's he going up against? You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
he's not going up in the future by any means.
Right,
Aaron Glenn understands that you're better off giving somebody a job. Give
right.
him the job in the offseason so that he's in the huddle and it's his team and his offense and his way and let's rock, and that it just works out better that way. If it's wishy-washy, you're going one quarterback, the other quarterback, it doesn't usually turn out well. So I like the way Aaron Glenn, the direction he went in.
What do you make of these teams now, Beck? I know we've talked about this for a while, but and I'm a little surprised that there's more and more people trying to ban the brotherly shove and the tush push. I think you and I thought it was just going to be one or two teams, but it seems like it's growing. Why do you think that is? Why do you think these teams, instead of being like, hey, it's just kind of the nature of the beast, like, why are they to a point right now where they're trying to ban this guy? I think it's just weak.
Well, I think you're right. First of all, it is weak, but I bet when the forward pass came out, people were probably trying to ban it
Right.
because now you have to figure out how to stop it. Now, it's not. I don't want to hear about it's because of injury because that's bullshit. The
Mm-hmm.
NFL doesn't care about injuries. They don't. Okay. All it is teams thinking, "Damn, we're playing Philadelphia this year. And if it's second and one or third and one, it's first down. And
Right.
we don't want to spend half of our practice figuring out how to stop that. And to me, that's just hate. And like I said many times, if you can't stop it, figure out how they do it and do it. And I really haven't seen any other team in the NFL, none, do it like that. So I love it. I love it. Stop it. Stop complaining.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you wholeheartedly. Did you notice? And it looks like they're possibly going to move the touchback line up to 35. Did you notice a big difference with the kickoffs? How they changed last year? I thought there was a couple more returns, but I don't know. I didn't think it was earth shattering. Do you?
I mean, I don't know if I've ever spent that much time paying attention to kickoffs.
Right.
I mean, how many times has kickoffs really affected a game? Like I've only seen. I think when I played, I see maybe two taken back.
Mhm.
So it that was one where they said, "Well, we're trying to reduce, the injuries." Uh, I think that's not a bad move, but I just don't spend a lot of time thinking about kickoff. If you say, "Do you want to go back to the original?" I would say no. Okay, because I think that is uh, uh, a direct. You're going straight to the freaking training room with
Right.
to let a guy run 60 yards down the field at somebody else who's standing there. It's just not a great equation. So I'm okay with the change, but I don't lose any sleep. Trying to say if it's good, bad, indifferent, because it doesn't change that many games.
Yeah, no doubt. One thing that they're talking about changing is the overtime rules, with now going to a 15-minute overtime instead of a 10-minute overtime, and both teams getting an opportunity to get the ball, because we saw last year, and one that directly affects the Buccaneers, where they went to Kansas City after losing Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, and then they take the Kansas City Chiefs to overtime, and then when they win the toss, Baker Mayfield, you see the look on his face like, we're not getting the ball back here. Here goes Patrick Mahomes. What are your thoughts on the overtime rule? Is it something that you would like to see, kind of like in college, where both teams have an opportunity to score?
Well, I mean, it's probably very close to the last answer for me.
Right.
It doesn't affect the football that much, and we can sit here and bitch and moan. But my issue with it is this: who made this decision? And whoever made the decision, have you ever played in an NFL football game? Okay? Because as somebody who's played in numerous NFL football games, I don't want to play more football. I want to play less football. And
You
that's
know
where
that ain't happening, though. You know
no,
that
but
ain't happening,
I know it's not. Oh,
because
let's
we're
add
going to an
another
18.
game.
Yeah,
Let's go 18 games.
it's
Have
happening.
you have you ever played 16 games? And the difference between 16 and 17 is huge, and 17 and 18 is even bigger. So the people that are making these decisions are making it solely for money. Okay, I get it. It's a
That's not
product thing.
surprising.
It's a product thing as well. But they don't give a shit about the football players. They want the product to be good at the end. They don't want nobody to bitch and moan because they're making a lot of money. That's all.
That's why it's so funny. Like, when there's the list of the things that they talk about, right? And they're like, all right, well, we want to ban the tush push because maybe not injuries this year, but the injuries could happen next year. Okay. But we want to, we want to have longer games in another game.
Look,
So,
how many injuries have come from the tush push? I've not
none.
seen any.
They said none. And
Okay, so what are we talking
Sean
about?
McDermott from the Bills is like, oh yeah, well, it could happen. I was like, so you guys care about health when it comes to the tush push
Yeah,
on a play that we have evidence that there is no injuries, but you want to play more and longer. Like, what? That just doesn't make any sense. Yeah,
no.
let's talk about the tush push, but let's make games 15-minute overtime. Let's go to an 18-game season. It's I think it's kind of wild to me that the NFL does things like this and they're still as popular as it is. Like, they make some incredibly just mind-numbing, tone-deaf decisions, and it's still the most popular sport in the country.
But it's not close though, Jay. And
It
I think
isn't. It's not
the,
close.
the NFL is in a situation or that they can do anything. What like
Right.
let me ask you, what would the NFL have to do? And I know the answer. What would the NFL have to do for you not to watch it on Sunday? Go.
I don't know if there is anything.
There isn't anything.
I
On
don't think.
Sunday, I watch
Yeah.
football. On Monday, I watch football. On Thursday, I watch football.
Yeah.
There's nothing they can do. So you can, if you're McDonald's, you can put out shit. I'm not saying McDonald's puts out shit, but if they put out shit, they're still gonna make a lot of money.
Right.
So they're good. They're not worried about nobody, but their bank book.
Yeah, it's pretty funny how you look at baseball and all these different games, and football's just once a week, right? Your team plays once a week, so it's easy for you to be able to set aside that couple hours. And the only way, maybe oversaturation where they have team. Can you imagine if they had teams play like 2 games a week? Like, oh my God. Because I don't think it stops at
But
18.
Jay,
Think
they
it goes.
do. I hate to correct you, Jay, but they do. If
Yeah,
you
you're
play,
right. You're right.
if you
You're
play
right.
Sunday and Thursday, you're playing 2 games in 1 week. And
Yeah,
once
that's true.
again, that was a rule made by somebody who's never played in the NFL because that should not ever happen. It should never happen.
How long does it take for you to be able to get to a point where that you feel like, first, let's go week one.
Hmm.
And let's say you didn't pick up like an injury, but you just had the natural wear and tear.
Hmm.
At what point after week one did you feel as close to 100% before you got to week two?
Let's not do 100%. Let's not do
It was
100%.
net, but that's my point. You
Yeah.
never were at 100% once the season starts, right?
No, once your career starts,
Yeah.
100% is done. Now, let me explain it to you. At the beginning of the season, you're probably not in football shape till about the 5th week. Okay, so the first 5 weeks, the wear and tear is worse because you're not seasoned, right? Then when you get to the back end of the season and your body is seasoned and you're okay with the licks, then the bumps and bruises start coming about.
Right.
So there's no time where you feel comfortable in an NFL season with your body. Oh, by the way, you went to 4 weeks of training camp, which is not what the hell they do here. First of all, it was 6 weeks. It's not what they're doing here.
Right.
So in general, like if you have to play Sunday, then you have to play Thursday. I never did it. I'm just telling you, when I play Sunday, Monday, I'm done. Tuesday, I could barely walk. Wednesday, I figure out a way to make practice. Maybe. If I had to play Thursday, I don't even know what I would literally go in a plastic bubble like your boy John Travolta back in the day and make sure nobody touches me because I couldn't imagine playing 2 games in 4 days, which it's stupid.
Yeah, I just at what point does it stop? At
It's
what
not gonna.
point?
It's not
Not
gonna.
gonna stop.
Nope. Nope. What
Are
else
they
is there
going
to
to
watch on Thursday night? There's
do you
nothing else
think
to watch. I mean, the ratings are great. It's not gonna stop.
do you think they eventually get to 20 games?
I don't think it's impossible. I mean, what did they start with? 12? I
20
mean,
games, 20 games with 2 buys?
Jesus criminy. Now, this is the thing, Jay. People like to just add a buy and think that that is helping the athlete. It's just adding a week of football. I think most football players, you say, do you want to buy or not? And they say, no. Let me just go 17 weeks. That buy is just an extra week of hitting in practice, which sucks. So if you add 20 games and 2 buys, that's 22 weeks. That's 6 weeks more than my rookie year. So somebody is going to have a rookie year of 22 weeks minimum. Nah, that's not. I mean, dude, we're breaking down anyways. It won't be good for those people afterwards. It's not good anyways.
How was the weekend, man, with Space Camp and everything over there at the Dignitary Cafe?
It was great, man. I mean, Space Camp is one of my favorite bands in this area. Kind of a reggae, good feel to them. They might as well be our house band. I think they played here 3 times, and we had some dignitaries in the house. Dizzy was here, and my boy Bodie and Sarah from Cabo Social were here. So it was fun. It was a good time. Everybody had a nice vibe. Very 420 friendly. We were 420 friendly all the way through the cafe on Saturday, so it was a good vibe.
How is the vibe usually there at the Dignitary shop? It seems like everything there at the Dignitary Cafe is very welcoming there.
Yeah, I mean that's our thing. We love everybody. Um, what's great about this place is we've had a lot of people that have been narrow-minded through here throughout the
Really?
years,
Okay.
and now you see them befriending gay people and talking to transgender people, and that's what I've always been about.
Right.
It's about love, and if you're a good people and you're good to me, I'm good. So I think we're changing people. And if you go to a normal bar, and I used to go to normal bars a lot, it's a different experience. You got people drunk, it's loud, people are grabbing on you and acting a fool. And that doesn't happen at Dignitary Cafe. Everybody's sober. We have great conversations. People are having a good time and are very respectful. If you raise your voice, you get the fuck out
Yeah.
because we don't really do that. We're not combative. Me and Tom Ponzo are both 57 years old. We want to chill, bro. So it's a calm place.
He's the Heinz 57 guy, him and Tom Ponzo. And if you check him out Wednesday at 3:00, you can actually watch the Beckles and Recher podcast live there on the TV screen there at the Dignitary Cafe. Can't beat it.
You miss me blowing the smoke on you?
Yeah, no, I do not, buddy. All right, I got Matt Joyce coming up next, my friend. We'll talk to you again next Monday, and I'll talk to you there on Wednesday, my friend.
Tell Matt I said hi, and I appreciate him doing that photo shoot back in the day with my magazine. He's good people. I like Matt Joyce.
He is the Tampa's own Matt Joyce. Our guy Ian Beckles, Dignitary Cafe, 4817 Southwest Shore Boulevard. Go check him out today. Appreciate you, Beck.
Deuces, kid.
All right, my man.